So what they gave me was the employee discount. I gotta say, that doesn't happen very often in many places. So, Rock Bottom Brewery and Short Pump. Come here. They treat you well. So, I don't do a lot of the taking pictures of my food. I don't know why, but, you know, a lot of other people do it. Me? No. I don't know. I think it's kind of cliche. I don't know. If I'm wrong, leave a comment. But, so I came up here to Short Pump. Just wanted to get out of the house tonight and have a little bit better than just, you know, some usual fare. So went to Rock Bottom, which is behind me here. So I'll stand so you can see them. So there's their sign. They're up here. Nice place. They do their own brews. So it's a nice little brewery. Enjoyed it. Food was really good. Manager took care of me. Could be because it's, you know, Monday night and nobody's really out and about, but it is what it is. So here's some of the Short Pump Town Center, which is kind of a cool place to come hang out. So very real cool place. So they've got you know, these really fun lights hanging out here, and then over here on this side is kind of the kids' play area. They got this little train thing that goes through. It's a little more high-end of shops here, you know, Crate and Barrel, the Pottery Barn and all that. So, but it's really nice. It's a nice shopping center. Here's one of their other fountains. Really just kind of a nice place. The weather's nice. I mean, if it's hot, this place, you know, is hot. And if it's really cold, it's cold. The weather's right. It's kind of a nice place to just chill. So I'm gonna go walk around just a little bit. I want to show you this one fountain. So I'm gonna take the elevator. So it's spring break here, and so, you know, high school kids are walking around. Yay! King of the elevator. Woo! So, yeah. So, walking around Short Pump Town Center, just kind of chilling out with my Mickey shirt on. There you go. So, just had to come out, and it's a nice evening. Didn't feel like sitting at home, so thought I'd bring you guys along. So, here we go. All right. So down this way is a Chick-fil-A, and at the very end with I think it's Macy's down there. So, you know, you've got some really high-end. I don't know if that's a high-end place. I have no idea what high-end is right now, but, you know, Oakley, and they've got a Sephora here. So I know Tinker would love this. She loves Sephora. No, a lot of people do. And there's a Altered State, like any shopping center or mall or whatever you want to call it. It's nope. There's Anthropology. It's coming June 20th. Yeah, so this is what Harper likes. See frogs, turtles, all spitting at you. So you got Macy's down there. And if we turn this way, what you have are these, what appear to be, it's a neat little design. It's like a creek. And so they're independent fountains, but you know, they got the rubble in there and all, and Harper loves this. This is like Harper does, she calls it parkour. Apparently it's got some float. And it gets deeper as it goes on. Yay. Okay, so you get the water's getting deeper. If we get down there to the end, we should be able to see some fish. There's no fish up here. So we got the Gap kids. I always thought there used to be some stuff over here. Here we are getting closer and closer to, I wonder if it's big. Do you think because they've got Orvis here, now this is where they want the fish? So you can fly fish right outside. Let's see if the fish are out. They're usually hanging out down here in the deep end. Let's see. Maybe they've had to collect them. It's too cold. They taking the fish out because it's too cold for them. Oh. And I don't know why they have a pot sitting there. But anyway. Oh, check this out. Outside of Urban Outfitters and the Cheesecake Factory. Got a nice gas fire pit. Feels good. So, you see you got Nordstrom's and Macy's and Dick's and all that good stuff. So, it's a nice place to go hang out. So, we're going to head back. I don't think I need any of that stuff. And there's Orvis. So, anyway. Well, so that was kind of fun. Just, you know, just getting out sometimes is good. It's good for you. So I came out and I've been working on my AI system and need to take a little time and install Scikit because it's going to be a blend. And so I'm going to take mine and I'm going to do some things with traditional machine learning. So it was time to install that part of it. So I took care of that. Still got a couple of things because Mac installs a package that Scikit doesn't like. So got to take care of that. So anyway, hope you guys have a great evening. I got my hands full here, so I really can't do the peace sign. But anyway, you know, be good to each other. Peace. I couldn't resist. So it's Short Pump Town Center, and look, the fountains are pumps. Oh, amazing. How clever. Just one of many fountains. All right. So here's one I took from up above. It's pretty at night. And one thing is cool here. Check it out. Charging station and heaters. So when you want to sit down here, you can stay warm. That's nice. Okay, so I picked up a copy of The Last Jedi on Blu-ray. I've seen it 3 times in theaters. I know some people like it, know some people hate it. I'm kind of the in-between. So just thought I'd let you know what I thought. What the heck. So, first off, loved Luke. I thought it was a perfect way to take somebody who's 35 years older than they were at the end of the last movie and show as you get older, you have things you regret. You have mistakes. You've failed. You've wished things had gone a different way. And those affect your decisions today. So he shows that he's been affected by it. And I think that's a good thing. He's not the cardboard hero. I don't want a cardboard hero. I like my heroes to be human. If they're not affected by the events that they fight against, why were they fighting in the first place? It didn't seem to matter to them. I like that things matter. Second, I liked Rey. I liked Rey in the first movie. I'm one of these people that I didn't like The Force Awakens as much because I thought it's derivative. It's episode 4 all over again with new characters. I didn't like that. It wasn't such a problem with me that Han died. Not at all. What was more of a problem with me was just he had a droid, and the droid had secrets, and there was a Death Star again. Come on. I know J.J. Abrams had to pay homage to the past. I get that. I just thought it was a little bit too derivative. This one may be going the other direction. Maybe this one is not paying enough homage to the past, but he says it over and over again, put the past behind you, kill it if you have to. Well, Ryan killed it. I don't mind it so much that he did that. I think you have to be able to move on. And so I liked Rey in the first one. I liked her even more in this one. I saw her grow. I saw that connection she has with Kylo is something that's I think is gonna be explored in Episode 9, and I think it's a really cool thing to have that explored. But it was the growth of Luke. And there's all these people that just go, Luke would never try to kill Ben. No, he didn't try to kill Ben. But he does have, he's a hero. He's going to have aggression. Look what happened at Return of the Jedi. He got mad when they mentioned sister. And whoa, he just went off on Vader. His dad. And he stopped himself at the end. Same sort of thing. His first reaction and his real reaction are not the same thing. And that's okay. So I was okay with that. I thought it showed a more well-rounded Luke than I think we've seen in the past. I liked Finn didn't do that much in this one. Other than the Luke and Rey, the next thing I liked was the Kylo and Rey. I didn't like Kylo in The Force Awakens. I thought he was like some emo kid that had just gone to Hot Topic and found a cool mask, and he's like, I'm going to be a badass now because I talk funny and have a mask. I didn't like that. I would have much preferred to have a different Kylo, and I saw a different Kylo at the end of this one. The Kylo at the end of this movie, and I've got the smoke coming in my eyes because the wind just changed, but the Kylo at the end of this movie was a more grown-up, in-control Kylo. He wasn't the petulant kid that he seemed in The Force Awakens, throwing fits because somebody gives him bad news. Take the freaking mask off. You don't need it. There was no reason for it other than you just wanted to be cool. So you can quit shopping at Hot Topic and quit being the emo kid and being dark and think you're scary and just be a grown-up. And I like that about Kylo now. I liked him much better now than in The Force Awakens. In The Force Awakens, I was ready just like, what a horrible character. I didn't like the way it was played. I really hated the mask. If the mask had been necessary for him, that would have been one thing, but it wasn't. It was just because he thought it was cool. There you go. So, the Canto Bite stuff, hated it. Absolutely hated it. There was no need for it. It was filler. Finn's journey to Canto Bite was stupid. They should have left that out. The slow speed chase, give me a break. Running out of gas in space doesn't cause your spaceship to slow down. You continue on at the same pace. In fact, if you're close enough to a planet, you're going to speed up just by gravity. So, yeah, there was no need for that. And also, they can travel faster than the speed of light, but they don't have autopilot. Somebody has to stay behind to fly the ship. Come on. I dug the light speed jump right into the First Order's ships. That was cool. Would have been unnecessary for someone to die to have done that, but they did. So there you go. That was just the most laborious, ridiculous thing. A slow speed chase. Here's something. Hey, are those the only ships the First Order has? Maybe they have some more. They could call in and place them between themselves and the Resistance and where the Resistance is going. Hey, there's an idea. Maybe you could do that. I guess that's all the ships they have. Doesn't seem that way. And that was one of the problems I had with The Force Awakens was, oh God, do we have to do... I'm in the 5 run first. I get the armor thing. But really, the best you got was, it's the Empire again, with guys in white armor. Again. So... So, yeah. So, I didn't like the Force Awakens as much for that reason, for the derivativeness of it. I like in The Last Jedi that they're moving on. I think that's a cool thing. And they're killing the past. And, if you look at it, The Force Awakens was Han's goodbye. This was supposed to be Luke's goodbye, and the next one was supposed to be Carrie's goodbye, or Leia's goodbye, but Leia, Carrie died, so that kind of got all screwed up. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, how they're going to rewrite that part. But that being said, it was still, it's not on my top one. Right now, the best movie, Star Wars movie of all. The whole canon, not even the normal, but of all the movies made, I think is Rogue One, which is a great movie, just standalone. You don't have to know anything about Star Wars. You could take that story and swap it with space to any kind of, secret mission. Commando. It was a Commando movie. It was cool. Force Awakens was, on some rewatching, there's things I really like about it, because I loved Finn in that one. You didn't get a lot of Poe. I liked Finn. I liked Han. I love Maz. I thought those were all great characters. The Last Jedi, I wish they had done it more with just... they didn't need so much of that filler. I wish they'd done a little more. By the way, I did like the fight scene in the throne room with Snoke. So, that was really cool. And I think there's a connection between Rey and Kylo. Obviously, they're still connected. They can still, see each other. Force project. That was cool. A lot of stuff on Crate was, again, just... I've written 2 screenplays, okay? I get some of the filler, and I get... It's easy to just throw a character, do something, noble and sacrificial. It just doesn't play well, and that's just lazy. For me, I wrote 2 screenplays. I didn't know what I was doing. These guys are getting paid to do this stuff. They should know better than to have somebody make some mindless sacrificial gesture and think it's going to play really well, because it just doesn't. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens in the next one, but I don't put it as far down as Phantom Menace, but, I'm not sure where I put it, honestly, on the scale. It's probably in my middle tier. The Force Awakens is kind of in my middle tier for some other reasons, like I liked Finn. I love Rey. I think those are 2 great new characters. I didn't like the new Death Star that they had to, it's the same story over and over again. I like the Stormtroopers are a little bit more badass in this trilogy, so that's cool. But so I'm not sure where I stack these 2 up right now, if I had to rank them. But that's where I stand. So I just thought I'd come out here, sit by the fire, tell you what I thought, because, why not? And there you go. So, peace.